14th, 2017. A Spider-Man review has not come out yet. Technical difficulties plague my endeavor. Do I take time to release a good video with a decent message? One that people may or may not even enjoy. I must make a choice between quality and a rushed review. I do not know what to choose. In this life, it is only black and white. Good versus evil. Evil must be punished. And I will not compromise in this. I will not compromise in my mission. So I will review Spider-Man Homecoming in the time that I can create a video worthy of its grace. For viewers who may or may not even care of my opinion. But damn it, I will not compromise in this.
Hey guys, so as you kind of guessed, I'm having some problems with the Homecoming discussion video. I decided it to be a discussion video and not a review because, let's face it, you've seen another review. And you probably already saw the movie. It's been out for a week, and if you haven't, you should go see it. So, just so you know, when I have my discussion, it's going to be a spoiler talk, you know, because it's going to be a discussion. It's going to be what I thought about the film, things that could have been better, things that could have been, that are awesome. So, I just wanted you guys to know that it's going to take a little bit of time just because I am having technical difficulties and Comic-Con's coming up and that really affects my schedule. So anyway, I wanted to just kind of give you guys a little update video on me and what I'm doing. I just want to show you guys some stuff I picked up. So, big Watchmen phase going on right now. It's between Spider-Man and Watchmen, which is really funny because they're so polar opposites. But, yeah, I really wanted to read this. It's by Darwin Cook. He wrote New Frontier, one of my favorite DC Justice League stories. If you haven't read it, please check it out. One day I will do a review of it. I don't know how I could because I want to do justice to it rather than just be like, it's good. So, this book, God, it was a waste of money. I actually didn't finish it, and I don't know if I'll ever finish it. So as you know, yeah, the Spider-Man movie came out, and I started reading books and stuff, and I'm really hyped on Spider-Man right now, you know? I'm just eating up everything I can. And so I had this on my shelf, and I was like, ooh, good time to read it, you know? And it's modern Spider-Man, so we can see where the character's at. I just don't like. The writing is just so bland. He comes back after Doc Ock took over his body and becomes a millionaire, and it's just the only thing notable that I kind of like is the art. And even that just doesn't save this story for me. So I don't know when I'm going to do a review of this. Expect not happy thoughts of it. Oh, now one thing that I have been reading that's been so good from Spider-Man is Ultimate Spider-Man. My goal is to actually finish the whole series, just because I'm actually happy you could get a whole complete Spider-Man story, you know? Start to finish. And to me that's pretty awesome, because like with most comic book characters, it's always open-ended, you know? It's always like, oh, their story's never gonna end. Like Batman Endgame, spoiler alert! Batman and Joker kill each other at the end of that story, and in all intents and purposes, that should have probably been the end for Batman, but it wasn't, as we can tell. So anyway, I think it's pretty cool that there's always this story actually has an ending. It's a start and a finish. Some people have problems with it. So far, I've been reading it, and I really enjoy this. It's a different taste of Spider-Man, just because they kind of tweak certain things. Like the symbiote is made by Parker's dad, which is weird to me. Gwen Stacy isn't the first love, and she's a little knife happy. Kind of weird. Just little things like that, but it doesn't bog the story down, so you should check this book. Check it out. This is not number 1, actually. This is like Ultimate Collection Book 2. It's the whole Doc Ock story, so pretty stoked on that. Now, some single issues that I've been reading. I don't normally read single issues a whole lot because I like reading a trade from start to finish. That's just how I am. I like a complete story. But if I was going to recommend some that are coming out right now, Dark Days is interesting. It's really interesting. I can't say, like, this is amazing, but it's fascinating. You know, you're following Batman, which it's Batman, you know, how many books does he have? But you don't know what he's doing. And, of course, the reader's just like, well, Batman's going to do the right thing, right? And then Green Lantern shows up, and it's like, maybe not. And then it reintroduces, spoiler alert, Joker, and has some connections to Crisis on Infinite Earths. And it's kind of like, wow, maybe I should get caught up on that stuff. So I think it's an interesting read, and anyone who's interested in that idea, you should check it out, especially if you like the Court of Owls, because it kind of connects. So, okay, so another single issue that caught me by surprise, Spider-Man Master Plan. This is what I want in a Spider-Man ongoing series. It's written by the same guy who did Spidey, Thompson. It's the same guy, but he fixed all the problems I had with Spidey, at least in this first issue. There's an actual story kind of going on in this. You know, there's more to it. It's not just a little, you know, cartoon cutout of Spider-Man. It's an actual fun little story about a bunch of crimes that are all going on, and they're linked together by the Master Planner, or whatever his name is. And it's really fun. It feels like Spider-Man. It's a little new. It's different. And it's really cool. I wish this is what the Spectacular Spider-Man story that's going on right now. I wish this was it. I hope there's a number 2. Because if there's a number 2, I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to drop Spectacular Spider-Man. And I'm going to put this on my list. Because this is worthy of it. Okay, so this is a little old. But if anybody hasn't read this, and you happen to see this in the back bins, you should check this out. The Amazing Spider-Man number 700.1. It's just a cool little Spider-Man book, honestly. There's really nothing too notable about it, but I'm just kind of looking for one-shots of, like, who the character is and, like, what he's about. And this one does a really great job of it. It's just Spider-Man in the wintertime, and he's playing with this idea that, you know, in the winter, maybe there's no use for him and stuff. And then, you know, some things happen at his house, so naturally there is a use for Spider-Man because he's Spider-Man and Marvel needs to make money. It's not a jab, that's just how the world works. But, yeah, it's just a fun little story. I recommend it. It's pretty cool. I do want to see point 2. I hope it leads into something great. Spider-Man fans, if you've read it and you're telling me and you're saying I'm walking into a trap, please warn me. Like, what if it's terrible? Another series that I'm not too impressed with. When I heard the concept of it, I was like, oh, yes! But right now I read the first 2 issues and I'm just kind of like, okay, this is a little underwhelming. Batman, War on Jokes and Riddles. Little disappointing for me just because it doesn't feel right. I don't know. I know it's Batman recounting what's going on, because this is an event that happened in New 52, so it doesn't happen in present day. So it really feels like it happened in the past. Batman's narrating the entire thing, and I don't know. I hope they get away from this as things kind of ramp up. I hope Batman's just kind of setting up the story so that in the next couple of issues, it takes off on its own. Because if it doesn't take off on its own and Batman's narrating the whole thing, it's going to get really boring really fast. Which is a shame because Joker and Riddler are my 2 favorite Batman villains. They're really cool to me. I love the Arkham games where it was like, Dark Knight, my Batman. You know, like, I love Riddler. He's so funny to me. And the idea that he challenges Batman's wits is really cool. And I've always wanted, like, a team-up between Riddler and Joker, but this is even better. This is a war between the two and their conflict and stuff. And I love the art of this book. Joker looks amazing. He looks like a really sad clown, like the one from Hey Arnold. But anyway, it's pretty cool. I'm going to stick with it for the sake of Batman, but I'm not really impressed with it. So a story that I've been reading every week that's been kind of like popcorn to me, you know? Like, it's not like anything amazing to just sit there and analyze. It's just a fun little story, and I love the character, as you know. Action Comics. Specifically, this whole revenge storyline. It's pretty cool. Just all of Superman's, like, biggest villains coming together and just, like, you know, coming up to beat the shit out of him. And it's pretty crazy. Especially since, you know, he's got Lois on the line and he's got John now. Like, the stakes are higher than ever. So, this is a fun little story. I don't know if you're any interest. I mean, the way I see it, the Superman stories are really good family stories, you know, and that's something that I'd like to read in a trade because, you know, I'm just going to get a whole good story out of it. But this is something that I don't need to read an entire trade about. I can just read one issue every 2 weeks or so, and I'll know what's going on, and it's just a fun little story to just kind of keep up with, you know, my favorite superhero. So I recommend it. I really like the art. It's really cool. And what happened recently in the book, spoiler alert for Action Comics, I believe it's issue 982. I believe that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Spoiler alert for what's going on in Action Comics. They're beating the crap out of him, and it's like a dying point for Superman. And then all of a sudden, he gets whisked away, and they're like, "Whoa, what the hell happened?" And you see Lex Luthor, Supergirl, New Superman, Superwoman, and Steel, Henry Irons. Max Landis will love it. And you see all of them, and they're like, "That's our Superman!" And it's going to be this huge Superman fight, and I'm just like, it's going to be awesome. I'm actually going to pick up the next issue today when I go to work, so it's going to be fun. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this kind of short little video. I want to do more of these kind of things just because, like, I want a friendship, you know? Like, I want to work at a friendship here. I don't know if it's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, just sit tight on the Spider-Man Homecoming review. I love it. I love it a lot. I have some problems with it, but it's way better than the Amazing films. It really is. All of my problems with the Amazing films are gone in this movie. And I think one thing that Tom Holland did really, really well is he captured both Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire and Peter Parker. Where Tobey Maguire, he did a really good Peter Parker, but not so good Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield did a better Spider-Man than Peter Parker. I think Tom Holland did an amazing both. He captured both aspects of the character, and for the entire film, I had absolutely no problems with him, and I loved him. I am so excited to see a second movie. So, those are basically my thoughts. If you wanted a spoiler-free idea of how I felt about the film, that's basically it. I'd say go see it. Go see it. Please go see it. It's awesome. It's sick. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoy the content on my channel, I would love it if you guys would just subscribe, like the video. I know it's asking for a lot, and I know it's annoying when people ask that. Helps the channel out, though, and I'd really appreciate that if you're enjoying this, you know? But anyway, guys, you have a great week. I'll try to have a great week, so we could both have a great week. So, I'll see you guys.